So we just prepared a bed, as you can see, right beside where we planted our potatoes, which was over here. And you can actually see that the potato plants have sprouted, and they're doing just fine all the way down the row. Alright, so that being said, this bed beside us here, we have some peas. So the peas that we grew from seed in the greenhouse sprouted up nicely, as you can see. So what we're doing now is basically plugging them into place. So making holes and taking these, putting them in the hole, and then making the ground firm. We always break the seal at the bottom where the root can just expand and grow. So I just open that up a little bit. And I'm pretty archaic. I mean, I don't do anything too fancy. About 4 inches beside where I put the last plant. Actually put the pointy end in. Just make a hole. And then we just plug that right in. And then we're going to firm that up. That soil up right around the base of the plant. And then eventually what I'll do, once I get this whole row planted, I'm going to basically put some stakes into the ground and make a little trellis with some string. So that way, as the peas grow and bush out, they can climb the trellis. So that's the peas. On the other part of the bed, the other week we planted some string beans. See, we got this mulched over. You can see the difference here. When I add the mulch, I can dig down in. Even after 5-6 days without no rain, with the sun out, that dirt's still moist under there. So I don't have to water as much. So I have string beans. A row of string beans that I planted by seed. Okay. They're hard to find. And then down here, I'm not even really going to try to find them. I can see them, but as the string beans end, then starts this bed where I have 3 rows of carrots. Carrots just started out, so you really can't make them out. And as you can see, I'm actually weeding at the same time as I'm making my beds. So this is the next bed I'm going to start on. So I'm preparing the bed, planting into it, mulching it over, and then moving on. So basically, all this thistle right here I'm using as a border. So I'll pull the thistle out by the root, and I'll make a border line. And I'm using an old organic material from last year as well to make the border. So you can kind of see how next year all that stuff that I'm making the border with is going to basically decompose and build the soil up with nutrients, calcium, nitrogen. It's just going to help bring the soil more alive. It's going to add to the darkness and the richness of the soil. So next year I'm going to shift my rows over so that I can use some of the space that I had these weeds that most people get rid of. I actually have learned to love them. So it's almost like a cover crop. All this thistle is high in calcium and other nutrients. So it's very prickly, so I gotta wear gloves. And it's actually very nutritious, so you can eat it. You want to actually skin the stems and take the leaves off first, but apparently it helps from what I heard, it helps pull metals out of the blood. It's high in calcium, and it's like sweet celery to me. But anyway, that's for another video. So I think what I'm going to do with beside the peas, once I get them planted and the trellis up, I'm probably going to put a companion plant like celery. So the peas and the beans add nitrogen to the soil, so anything that I put beside them will be lucky to get that infused nitrogen. Sorry for the video quality. I hope that the videos will get better as we progress into the future. And remember, I'm not doing any tilling, so I'm basically just using mainly my broad fork and my rake to break up and bust up the big chunks once I fork it. So I'll probably pull out, I don't know, I might keep one of these wild lettuce plants that kind of came up. Apparently wild lettuce it's like a weed to most people, but apparently it's edible, and if I'm correct, I think it's good for headaches and other things. But once again, that's another video. Alright, you can see where I put the mulch down last season, and it's a thick enough layer how now the weeds didn't come back in this space compared to this space over here where I probably didn't have the mulch thick enough. So this used to be a row going this way, so I've switched my direction of my rows this year. So now I'm going basically from north to south. This is Route 30, runs from east to west, and I read somewhere that it could be beneficial to run your rows from north to south to take and benefit from the sun rising and setting in the east and setting in the west. And I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna try it out, see if it makes a difference. So we still have plenty of other plants in the greenhouse. They're looking pretty good, and I'm a little delayed because of the rain last week and had jury duty this week. So I'm behind. I'm finally out here though. We started the store online. We opened ordering up on the 23rd. So please feel free to browse the items that we have this first week and contact us if you have any questions. Anybody who wants to visit the garden, just get in touch with me. You can come hang out. You can help out. You can learn some things. I'm still learning a lot of things, but if there's something that you can learn that I can teach you, great. And if there's something I don't know, I think I know who to ask to find out the answer for you. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me with my arcade, very amateur video, and hopefully they'll improve in quality as I go on with this thing. I still really don't know what this is, what I'm trying to do yet. I have an idea what I want to do, but we'll see how it comes together. So thanks for your support. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay well, and stay blessed. Out. Peas, please. Peas gonna taste good too. Everything's gonna taste good. I'll show you how to cook it. That's my other thing. Now it's just getting really bad with this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Alright, y'all, take care.